preaching and prophesying in the name of YAHAWADAH. Hey, I'm my brother YAHAWADAH.
This is the brother Kahanallah.
And this is the brother YAHAWADAH.
God, and we're the brothers from GMS Hawaii, and it's our weekly lesson. Today is Wednesday, January 31st. We already 1 month over. You know, we got about, 11 more months left in the year 2024. Things are heating up. This is the year. It's Wednesday, January 31st, 7:42 p.m. Hawaii time. The hopeful year that the Lord brings Jacob's trouble. Okay, and the way things shaping up, you know what I'm saying, it looked like it's about to go that way. You know what I'm saying? And we hoping and praying for it, because with this impending destruction of this system, okay, it's going to be the beginning of our system. You know what I mean? Hey, real quick, you get can you, one of you brothers, you can't get it. Aria, can you get 2nd Ezra 6 and 9?
God.
And this precept is going to go into the whole New World Order system too, because these Edomites think that they're going to get another opportunity to rule in wickedness. You know, they're going to, you got these small hats claiming to be the Lord's people, clandestinely, outwardly, hating on the Lord's people, the real people of the Lord. And they got a thing against the so-called Negro. Like, they got a major thing against people they deem so-called black, which we're not black, we're different shades of brown. Okay? And in this New World Order system, there's nothing for us. There's no place for us. You know, that's why the YAHAWADAH ASHAR for this truth, because we know not to take the Quran, because it's not going to benefit us. The Quran is an extreme disadvantage to those that think they're going to save their life here. And you might be duped and be deceived and taking it, but that's because the Lord allowed you to be duped and deceived. Ultimately, you again, there's no place for the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, especially for the so-called African American, West Indian, Haitian man. Go ahead and read this, brother.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Right. Now go to Ecclesiasticus 10 and 8. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And who is Esau? Edom. Well, this right here, image right here, that shows you this is an Edomite right here. All right. There's an Edomite fraudulently perpetrating that he's one of the Lord's people. In the same breath, you're going to hear how he wants to destroy the Lord's people. All right. Because these people talk with a forked tongue. They try to talk confusingly. But if you got the spirit on you, you'll hear it. Right? Yep. Go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, or book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Right.
So this kingdom that we currently living in is the kingdom of the Gentiles, which is ran by the Edomites. All right, which we call the so-called white man today. Now, not everybody you see that's a so-called white man shit. You're gonna have Israelites that's a party that's Orthodox Jew shit. But for the majority, we're talking about the rulers right now. Those that are top, those that are benefiting from this world in extreme ways and manners, those are the Edomites. All right. And these people have done nothing but unrighteous dealings. And their riches is gotten by deceit. And they've caused much injuries to the children of Israel. Hey, can you go look at that precept up in the GNT? All right, that's how these people rule. And the new system is no different. You know, there's going to be a great calling, but you got to understand something, that the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, starting with him, because all the ruling elite families, they're all J's, man. Just about, they're all J's, man. They're all wrapped up together, right? What they want to bring is a manufactured blessing, right? And where they teach from is not from the scriptures. They don't follow the law, statute, commandments of YAHAWADAH. They don't praise the name of YAHAWADAH. All right. They don't follow after the Torah, even though they hold it up and act like they do. What they go for is other books, the Talmud, all right, the Mishnah, and they reverence what the so-called rabbis say. And what they say is nothing but a bunch of wickedness. What they read, that Talmud, is a wicked book, an evil book. And those people are not the Lord's people. All right. You get that precept for me in a GNT?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay. You got to share the tab.
Yeah, I was gonna say Esau wants to fabricate a united world, you know, between all nations in wickedness and him on the top. So that's why he, you know, he lets you pretty much do any wickedness in his system, man. You know, Esau's giving everybody the option to pretty much worship any idol or do anything except the truth. You know, that's why the scriptures say that he's, you know, against the Most High and everything that is called the Most High, because he's the son of perdition, man, the wicked.
That's right. And every time you hear this man open his mouth, there's nothing but wickedness coming out. These people that they reverence, from Margaret Singer to these different rabbis to these different so-called politicians, they got one agenda. And why it's a reason why America is so closely knit with the state of Israel, man, because those are their handlers. That's the bank. That's the system. Right? And you're gonna hear that in this video. Did you find it, brother? Oh, you got it. Slide. Yeah, it was it Sirach 10:8. Yep, verse 8 right there.
Injustice, arrogance, and wealth cause nations to fall from power. And others then rise to take their place.
And that's happened consistently with all of these major kingdoms. All right, these major world powers, from the Neo-Babylonians all the way to the Romans. And you can throw the Medo and the Persians in there. You can throw the pagan Roman society in there. All right, you can throw all of that in there. Even the Holy Roman Empire, when Jacob's ruling, it wasn't so holy. Right? So it says arrogance, injustice, and America is full of these things. America is full of arrogance and injustice. Injustice against who? The Israelites. Injustice, arrogance, and injustice are hated by Salakia. I was reading verse 7, but it's good too here. Arrogance and injustice are hated by both the Lord and people. Right? Even people hate these things. When you see arrogance and injustice happening, if you're a righteous person, what you're going to hear this Edomite talk about the righteous like he's righteous. You know what I'm saying? And he's talking in circles, you know, well, circumlocution. It says injustice, arrogance, and wealth. You see that? Injustice, arrogance, and wealth, because wealth brings what? Pride. And then who owns the majority of the wealth in this world? A very small elite, and they're all J's, man. From the Rothschilds to the Rockefellers to the Oppenheimers, mainly the Rothschilds. And then they set up these puppet governments, these puppet religious leaders, you know. Injustice, arrogance, and wealth cause nations to fall from power, and others then rise and take their place. Now, who the one that's going to rise and take these people's place? We are the Israelites, the real Israelites. All right? Before I get too deep into that, I want to focus on this. I got a whole bunch of precepts, you know, and then we'll start from the beginning of this video, because they talk about the mother's line. That's what's important with the so-called J's. And these religious J's, they think they got a hand up, but it's really them secular Jews, because Israel is not a religious country. It's a secular state. All right? You can look that up. Let me play a little bit of this.
If the child is dedicated to the Jewish religion, then that child will count as Jew. But that doesn't mean that her child isn't. Let's say, by the way, that you have 16 generations ago, your mother's, so on and so on, right? And then let's say, by the way, that
with Israel. That's fundamental.
Now, you know that we have kept a group identity for thousands of years.
Yeah, that's what these so-called Jays running with. Now, we know that the scripture says that we were going to lose our heritage. We were going to lose our identity. The scriptures speak about in the New Testament. I don't like saying the New Testament or Old Testament, but in Paul's writings, he said what? There was going to be a falling away first. Matter of fact, hey, get that real quick, bro. That's in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Start at 1. Right? There was going to be a falling away first. We're going to lose our identity. What makes this captivity that we're currently in, which is the second leg of the Roman Empire, which makes this one is so bad, worse than any one that we ever been in, is that our identity was lost. We lost the name of our God. We lost our heritage, which is our land. We lost our identity, our culture, our history, all of that. We lost all of that. All of that was ripped away from us in this captivity. That's what makes it so bad. But guess what? That was prophesied in the scriptures. Just get it in the KJV Bible Bishop.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 1.
You got to share it on the screen, bro.
Oh.
Well, I can't share the screen because I'm on the phone, but I could read it if you want me to.
Come on, brother. I'll just let the brother Aria all bring it up on his computer so we can see it.
Is it on the screen?
No, it's just that the GNT of the what's the name?
But it's all right. Oh, okay. Is it there now?
Nah, bro. I think you might have to the same screen that you got Ben Sirach on, just go type in the blue letter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Go all the way up to the no. Go up to the, what is this called? The address bar, because I can't see your whole thing. I just see it stops at Bible study tools, but go above that and then type in blue letter Bible. The address bar. Sorry. Go ahead and read it, Kahan. Hey, Kahan.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Okay, this is the book of 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 3. It says,
Start at 1. Hello? Hey, bro, you there?
you can't hear me?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you for a second. Start at 1.
All right, let me see. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, brother.
Okay.
At first I couldn't hear you.
All right. It says, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 1, it says, now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord, Yahawadah Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that day of Hamashiach is at hand.
Yeah.
The
first thing is that the day of Yahawadah is at hand. And we know that them so-called Jews, these small hats, they don't believe in Yahawadah. They don't believe in the Lord. The vast majority of the people that live in the state of Israel do not believe in Yahawadah. And in fact, the Talmud, their books, speak evil of Yahawadah, even his mother and his father. All right, go ahead.
Verse 3, it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Right, so there has to be a falling away. You read it in the NLT, it says, don't be fooled by what they say, for that day will not come until there is a great rebellion against the Most High. and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the one who brings destruction. Right, and we know that that man of lawlessness is Esau, Edom, and we're living in a time of great rebellion. We living in a time of great rebellion. It was a rebellion. It started with the children of Israel first. He rebelled against the Heavenly Father, and now we just live in a world with complete rebellion. So that falling away happened. All right, where's that? Jeremiah. I forget. It says, "And thou thyself shall discontinue
from the inheritance."
Yeah. Jeremiah 17:4. Right, Jeremiah 17:4. Right, Jeremiah 17 verse 4. Right, Jeremiah.
Yeah, because you kind of gotta speculate. The Lord revealed unto John, and he told us that the dragon was gonna go out to deceive all nations, man.
Yeah.
So in order for Esau to deceive all nations, the identity of the true Israelites, man, has to be hidden. And the Lord did that through what? Through captivity, under Esau, Edom, when we were put under captivity under him here in Babylon the Great, because this is the only captivity in the which our people don't know who they are or where they come from or what their heritage is, man.
Right. Right. Yep, this Jeremiah 17:4. It says, "And thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever." And even the Lord was speaking to Jeremiah. Jeremiah was doing what he's supposed to do, but even still, he would come back in a reincarnation. He would have to go through this. It says in the NLT, "The wonderful possession I have reserved for you will slip from your hands. I will tell your enemies to take you as captives to a foreign land, for my anger blazes like a fire, and that will burn forever." Right? But this Jay, he said that their heritage goes back thousands of years. They kept their identity, but we lost our identity through Hellenism, through Romanization, through chattel slavery. All right, we lost our identity over a period of time. Even Jake went further and further into idolatry, and they stopped calling themselves by their tribal names: Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Issachar, Zebulon, Naphtali, so forth and so forth. Simeon, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And we lost our heritage. We lost our identity. But these people claim that they kept their identity for thousands of years. You can't tell me that this man, like, he done killed people, bro, and ate people. You can't tell me that this man is an Israelite. No way. No way. Just because you put this black hat on, with this shit goes back to like the 1900s. This not even ancient Israelite garbs. Black and white, those are Masonic colors. Have nothing to do with us in the ancient world, bro.
Yeah, and even some of them small hatters, they've been asked that if that what's the name of that hat that they wear?
Talking about that shit they wear in the back of their head, the keeper.
Yeah, kind. That if that was ordained of God, or if they made it up, and they pretty much said that that they were the ones that came up with it. So that lets you know that they don't follow after the word of the Most High, man.
Yeah, I did a
They
lesson.
just do whatever they want.
Yeah, I did a lesson on that. I forget what the name of that shit is. Again with a K. I forget the K. I can't remember the name of the fucking Jewish ad.
Shoot, I forgot the name of the shit too. So just bear with me. I'm trying to get my computer real quick.
A kappa or a kapat or yarmulke, a bull cat. Yeah, this shit is not ancient. Yeah, man, what's up with my computer, man? This shit right here, this ain't ancient. Oh, you can't see it because I got this. I'm sharing this other screen. But yeah, that what's the name hat ain't this is not they don't go back to our ancient customs. I mean, a lot of these ways that these people do don't go back to the ancient customs, right? Yeah, like I think your brother might have posted it up. Oh no, he didn't. I thought. Hey, Shalom, brother. I see you came back, man. The water y'all about Shah, you back, bro.
Yeah, Salakia for that.
It's all right, brother. Just try not to click out whenever you're looking for a new page or whatever. You know, don't exit all the way out.
Okay,
Just stay on the page that you sharing. That page that you sharing, and whenever you need to look something up, like you sharing like this, yours don't show the address bar, but you just go right up. And you see the address bar. If you need to go look something up, you do that. Let me go back to this video real quick.
And then let's say, by the way, that you have 16 generations ago, your mother's mother, a group identity, that we have kept a group identity for thousands of years. And then let's say, by the way, that you have 16 generations ago, your mother's mother, so on and so on, right, was not Jewish. But that doesn't mean that her child isn't Jewish, because the child can count as a convert. If the child is dedicated to the Jewish religion, then that child will count as Jewish. Wasn't born Jewish. But the fact that you're not born Jewish doesn't mean you're not Jewish. If you attach yourself to the Jewish religion, then you can be Jewish without being born Jewish.
Yeah, and that's the same mentality as Christians. They want to take part in the blessings of the Lord and eternal life and all His goodness that the Lord has reserved for the Israelites, starting with the elect. But they want to try to attribute it to themselves. You can't convert into being an Israelite. What did it say? Since you got your page up, brother, go to Romans 9, start at 3.
Romans 9. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, and verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh.
What did it say in the NLT?
In the NLT, it says, let's see. For my people, my Jewish brothers and sisters.
But we ain't Jewish. This has nothing to do with being Ish people. All right? This has nothing to do. Exactly. This has nothing to do with Ish people. But that's something they put in there. Because Paul wasn't he wasn't Ish. He was an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. So he said, according to the flesh. Now go look at the word flesh in the interliner. Go to that blue tab right there. Right next to them. It says Bibles. Nope. Go up. Go up, brother. Nope. Right there. Next to that. The blue one. It says interliner.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Yeah, that's right. You got it. Go to word flesh.
Flesh.
Yeah, the Greek word there is what? Sarx. What's the definition?
It says flesh, the soft substance of the living body, which covers the bones and is permeated with blood of both man and beast.
Keep going.
The body of a man, used of natural or physical origin, generation, or relationship.
Right. So you got to be an Israelite. The point of the matter is your generation or your relationship goes back to you being an Israelite.
Right.
Ain't got nothing to do with conversion. Right. Go back to the precept.
Yeah, because I believe it sounds like what he's saying is that you don't have to be born Jewish. I mean, you don't have to be born a Jew. You can just be around Jews. Is that what he's saying?
No, he's saying basically you can convert to the religion of Judaism.
Yeah.
And if you hold fast to Judaism, then that means you one of them. Nah, this ain't about, first of all, this ain't about religion.
Yeah.
This is about a nationality, a heritage. Go back to the precept, brother.
That's what those JWs teach. They say you can be what they say you can be spiritual Israel, something like that.
Yeah, you can't. There's no spiritual Israelite. You got to go back to the spirit and the flesh.
That's right. That's
right. Go back to the precept, Baba Kashab, brother.
Okay.
Just go push the back button.
Oh.
Right. So scroll back up. Exit. This you ain't got to exit. Don't exit nothing. Yeah, you got it right there. So it says, "For I could." Can you read it again, brother? Romans 9, 3 and 4.
Romans 9 verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh.
Keep reading.
Who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites?
The Israelites are a nation of people.
That's right. That's right.
Right? That it consists of 12 tribes, which within those tribes were broken down into clans and families. All right, which dictate from the father, not from the mother. Right? Keep reading.
It says, who are Israelites, verse 4, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises.
Keep reading.
Whose are the fathers?
Whose are the fathers? Not
right.
The mothers, not the aunties, not the grandmas. Whose are the fathers?
Fathers.
Because when you read the genealogy of Yahawashi, his father it starts from his father, Joseph, which goes all the way back. They could trace it back all the way to Adam. Even Mary, they talked about her father. Well, she wasn't important in that respect, but Luke goes into her genealogy, and it goes to her father's lineage, and they can trace her father's lineage back to King David as well. But the important genealogy was Joseph's lineage. It's the father. So of who the fathers, go ahead.
Whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came, who is over all, the Most High, blessed forever. Amen.
God, you got something to say, Khan?
No. I'm looking
Khan.
for
So all of that is for all the blessings, the promises, the covenants. That goes back to the Israelites, man, not to the J people. Like this dude is talking. All right. See, a lot of people don't do any research, don't fail to do research, don't care. And it's like sometimes it seems as like our voice get muted out by Esau because he owns the propaganda machine, the news, the media, the algorithms.
Yes.
So a lot of times when we speak these things, it seems like it's falling on deaf ears, but it's not. The word of the Lord don't go out void.
That's
and again, these people rely on their so-called rabbis and their interpretation of what the Talmud, the Mishnah, and the Torah.
That's right.
But we ain't never went by the lineage of our father. That's Satan. We ain't never went by the lineage of our mothers, man.
Right.
Anna was an Israelite, but guess what? She ain't even counted in her genealogy. She just came back. She's somebody's aunt. She's somebody's mother. You know what I'm saying? It was all about the patriarchs. Why you think we got the tribe names? Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Issachar, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Zebulon, Naphtali. Why do you think we got those names? Because our fathers, man. Those names were named after, those tribes were named after the sons of Jacob.
That's right.
When you read Genesis chapter 40, what is it? I'm sorry, Genesis, I want to say 49. I think it might be 49, where Jacob start blessing the sons of Israel, man. Well, his sons. He's Israel, right?
Yep.
He started blessing them.
Yep.
He said he was going to befall them at the end of the days. Had nothing to do with their mothers, man.
That's right. It says, I'm looking at it. It says Isaiah's prophecy concerning his sons. His sons.
What are you looking at?
Genesis 49, verse 1.
It means Israel's prophecy. Then you say Isaiah.
Oh, Salakia. Israel's prophecy concerning his sons.
Yeah, Israel's prophecy concerning his sons, man.
Sons.
Not his daughter.
Not his daughters.
So it doesn't mean that you're not Jewish.
And Esau, Salakia, Esau still has that spirit today. I know these people here in Hawaii do. They believe that the mother, like it's almost like they believe the mother carries the seed, because they give more dominance to the mother.
Well, that's what all these heathen nations do.
Yep,
it's part of woman worship.
Yes.
And really, that goes back to these people when they talk about the mother. Remember Herod and his family, Herod the Great and the rest of them. They had lineage from the Hasmonean dynasty through Mary the mother. I think her name was Miriam, and that's how they got their lineage. That's how they were able to slide up in there into the rulership, because they looked like Jakes. They weren't Jakes, they were Edomites, because their forefather Antipas was the Edomite, the Idumean. So all Herod's children were Edomites, but they looked like us. So they were able to pass as Jakes. But these people, they talk about your mothers. It don't matter about your mother, bro.
Don't matter about her.
Your mother ain't important. It ain't. I'm saying it ain't. I remember when I first woke up to the truth, and a brother asked me, and I was like, "Well, my mom's an Israelite, and my mom's a black woman. My dad's a black woman." It's like it don't matter what your mother is, bro. Your mom could have been a heathen. So it don't matter. It's your father, and I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it. Yeah. This lesson ain't about that. I kind of wanted to go through there, but it's gonna all take the circle. I know we kind of say we're all over the place. Let me play this one.
Religion, then you could be Jewish without being born Jewish. So it doesn't mean that you're not Jewish. It just means you don't have a line going all the way back to that. But then, who cares about that? Why is that important?
See, now you say it ain't important. And that's what they want you to believe. They have a line.
But then, who cares about
man?
That? Why is that?
So he's saying you can be, as they say, Jewish, but you don't have to be born a Jew. You can be adopted or however way they say it. That's why you have a lot of people today. They're with this Jewish religion, even though they're not born of it. We know you have to be born through the flesh in order to be an Israelite, because that's what the Bible tells us.
Right. So this something is. Go ahead, Kai.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and even he said it. You basically don't have a line connecting you to the people that the Lord gave the promise to. So how the hell does that even make sense? Like the Most High gave a promise to a lineage of people, and now you're saying that you don't have to be of that lineage to receive that reward. That doesn't even make no sense.
And on top of that, if you what they call, or they consider so-called black, you can't even get in. You got Jakes that into that shit. I've seen a lot of Jakes that converted to Judaism, but that's just a religion. That's not a nationality. Even the niggas that convert to that shit, they get on that same type time. But wait a minute, this shit comes from something called this shit is long as fuck. A matrilineal in Judaism. In Judaism, matrilineality or matrilineal descent is the tracing of Jewish descent through the maternal lineage. According to traditional halakha also translates to halakha, halakcho, is a collective body of Jewish religious laws that are derived from written and oral Torah, which there is no oral Torah. That shit is made up. Halakha is based on biblical commandments, subsequent Talmudic and rabbinic laws and customs. Jewish descent is matrilineal. The child of a Jewish mother is automatically Jewish, while the child of a non-Jewish mother is non-Jewish unless they have converted to Judaism, which this dude was talking about. This is exactly what he was talking about. It says, in contemporary Judaism, Orthodox conservatives movements observe matrilineal descent, while the Reform and Reconstructionist movement in the United States accept one as Jewish based on either Jewish mother or father. Reform responsa additionally requires an exclusively Jewish upbringing. Karaite Jews generally practice patrilineal descent. It says right here, The origin of matrilineal Judaism is disputed, but according to many modern academic opinions, it was likely instituted either in the Tantric period or the time of Ezra, which no, it wasn't. I don't know what the Tantric period is. I'm not going to look that up right now, but it definitely wasn't during the time of Ezra. Ezra 9 and 10 describes how many Israelite men had intermarried with non-Jewish women, and tells a story of renunciation of the intermarriage and separation from the non-Jewish wives from their children, while Ezra and Nehemiah prohibited intermarriage by both men and women, only regarded intermarriage between a Jewish man and a non-Jewish woman was it necessary to separate from the children. Yeah, because he was raising other children. It wasn't even just Jake raising children by children that they had with other women. These other women would have children of their own out that was from previous marriage when the man was done. So these niggas was out here being glorified stepdads. And on top of that, the children were clinging to what the mother did, the mother's language, the mother's religion. That's why the Lord told us not to take any sons of Israel, not supposed to take no daughters of the heathens as wives. You can take them as concubines, but you can't marry. Right? Why? Because that's a covenant. Yeah. You can have children with them, but you can't. She's just a concubine. She's a lesser wife. Yeah, basically. There's no covenant to be made with her. But it was really because these women, they sturdy to other religions. Right? So right here, it says rabbinic beliefs and practices. Orthodox Judaism maintains that the law of matrilineal descent in Judaism dates at least to the time of the covenant in Sinai, was just a lie. It doesn't. This law was first codified in writing in the Mishnah in the 2nd century, and later in the Mishnah Torah, 1170, 1180. The Shulchan Aruch without mention of dissenting opinion. According to one opinion, Jewish descent was patrilineal before the giving of the Torah, and it was, and it always will be, and we can prove it. According to opinion, this is opinion though. According to one opinion, Jewish descent was patrilineal before the giving of the Torah. It was patrilineal all the way to the end, and only since this then has been matrilineal. The Talmud adduces the law of matrilineal descent from Deuteronomy 7 and 3 and 4. Go ahead and get Deuteronomy 7 and 3. Quick view right there. Quick view.
I always look at that quick view.
It's right there, brother. It's kind of small.
Yeah. Deuteronomy, what is it again?
7 and 3 and 4.
Fine. There's Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verses 3 and 4. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter.
Start at 2.
Start at 2.
Start at 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 1. When Yahawah thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when Yahawah thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them.
And when you get married to a woman, that's a covenant. When you get into a marriage with a woman in the eyes of Yahawah Shai, and that means laying with her, and now you taking on her ways, she's taking on your ways, which really she's supposed to take on your ways. But you make an agreement in the sight of the Lord. That's a covenant. So keep reading.
Verse 3, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter thou shalt take unto thy son.
Why did it say thy daughter shall thou not give unto his son? Because any child that come from that heathen, those heathens, was going to be a heathen. It was not going to be an Israelite, because the seed comes from a man. Why did it say neither shall thou not give unto neither nor his daughter thou shalt take unto thy son, because the daughter of a heathen would turn the heart of an Israelite man. He would get into that heathen customs and ways. You know, a man loves a woman, he gets endeared to her ass.
Yeah.
I might have to change this the title of this lesson. Salakia, hold on.
We see that today.
Yeah, good.
I remember when I was growing up in the projects, right? There was this guy, his name was Ronnie Johnson. Ronnie Johnson was a football player for the high school, and Ronnie Johnson had a lot of fame. But then Ronnie Johnson went into the Navy, and we didn't see Ronnie for years. When he came out the Navy and he came back to the projects, we found out that the reason why we didn't see Ronnie Johnson for years, because he married a Korean chick, and he moved to Korea. And that's why we didn't see him for years. But it was like we didn't look at it as a bad thing, but we was like, wow, he married. We was looking at it like she took him away from the projects, you know? And that's kind of what it was, because he married her, and he, like the scripture said, he took on her customs or whatever. And instead of him staying in New Jersey, he moved to Korea for years, you know?
Yeah,
so
and
that's true.
Yeah, so and that's, you know, Jake do that.
Yeah.
Jake got him a piece, and he moving on. Ain't nothing in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Jake, they're like, hell no, I ain't coming back over there, man. I'm staying in Korea.
Yeah.
I got out the hood.
That's what he did.
She probably was in order. He done had some kids with her. Now the kids speak 2 and 3 languages probably.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He going accustomed to that goop food, but guarantee he took on a lot of her ways and customs.
I remember he was because I used to play football a lot, so I was around that crowd. I remember he was real like proud. Not proud in a negative way, but he was like, you know, like feeling good because he was with a chick of another nation. Because back then, this was like in the 80s, bro. It wasn't normal for Jake to be with a chick like that, like a so-called Korean or Japanese. It was like, wow, that's what he hitting. That's, you know what I'm saying. So it was news. Yeah, she was in order. When he would bring her around, she was quiet. You know, she was everywhere. Every time he moved, she would move.
Yeah, she was in order.
Yep, she was definitely in order. If that nigga moved to the left, she was right there, like Siamese twins, bro.
Yeah, black women be all over the place.
You never saw Ronnie. You never saw her without him.
Yeah,
like that
was her man.
Yep.
So keep reading, brother. Verse 4.
Verse 4, Deuteronomy 7:4. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord Yahawah Shai be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
Right. And where did the Lord get that the precedence for doing that? Well, the sons of God did that before the flood. That's flood behavior. It caused rebellion. Right?
Yeah.
Your sons were going, see, he ain't mentioned the daughters. He's talking about the sons. Your sons was going what? Turn away from serving the Lord. And then you'll serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. And that happened to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but these Jays, they run off the mom side. Like that's what it is. And it ain't. The matriarchs, it says, the Talmud, let me keep reading right here. It says the Talmud adduces the law of matrilineal descent from Deuteronomy 7:3 and 4, which we already read. That's not the law of matrilineal descent. They just made that up, which warns as the consequences of intermarriage, he, the Gentile father. No, it didn't mention the Gentile father. It mentioned a Gentile woman. And a Gentile father, it did mention if he married an Israelite woman, because that woman will bring back forth the Israelite seed. Will turn away your son, i.e. the children born to your Jewish daughter. That's going off, man. They implied this. They totally implied this from following me, since only he, a non-Jewish father, is mentioned and not she. Well, that's a lie. We just read it. Go back to it told you about the non-Jewish mother, right? Go back to verse 4.
Verse 4 said, verse 4, Deuteronomy 7, verse 4, for they will turn away thy son from following me.
Who was going to turn away the sons from following the Lord? The heathen woman.
The heathen woman.
You see, you just got to catch these people. You can't let none of these people talk because they talk with a forked tongue, even when they write.
Yeah, and we got to remember too, it happened to Yahawadah as King Solomon.
Yeah, yeah. King Solomon had a bunch of women from the different nations, and what ended up happening? They turned his heart from the Lord, which it was supposed to happen anyway, because he became proficient in righteousness and wickedness. But nonetheless, in his old age, he started going off, man. And what was the cause of him going off? The women, them Edomite women, and he had the baddest of the baddest. So his heart was open. He was inclined. He was like, whatever you want. She started taking him down that road of darkness, man. You got some time?
No, I was looking, like, I'm looking on Google why there was 12 men chosen and not women.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a bunch of crap, but I mean, there's some good stuff right here. It says, God ordained distinct gender roles for a man and a woman as part of the created order. A husband and father is the head of the household, a family leader, provider, and protector. Male leadership or in the home carries over into the church. Only men are permitted to hold ruling positions in the church, which
exactly not
true.
Women. But in this society, you got women in the church. I had saved a YouTube video. This demon, she's a bisexual demon, and calling herself a pastor. And she omits certain parts of the scripture because you said it was yuck. So they omitted certain portions. Like, come on, bro. But in this, you got female rabbis, you got female pastors, ministers, parishioners. Shit is off, man.
Oh, messed up.
The women have a subordinate role. They don't have an authoritative role. The only authoritative role they have is over children. And even still, the man's word is the law.
That's right.
And that's why this world is so gynocentric, man, which is centered around the vagina.
That's right. That's why the scriptures say that Esau opposes the Most High. So he pretty much put everything the Lord said was righteous, he did the opposite. And this is why you see men so effeminate, and especially, you know, amongst our people, man. Because the heathens, that's the way they've been since the beginning. They were always into wickedness. But our people, we had laws, statutes, and commandments that the Lord had given to us so that we could be a wise and understanding people. But now, following after Esau, you see Jake doing everything that the Lord hates.
Yeah. And it comes from the women. It started with the woman. It started with the woman. This is also found this. Well, not this, something different. This is a Kahan. You can read this, Numbers 1:18.
God, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. It says, I'll start at 17. It says, and Moses and Aaron took these men, which were expressed by their names, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 12 years old and upward, by their polls.
Right. Now I had to scroll down here because in this, they in the NLT, the NIV, whatever, it just goes completely off, right? But this is what it says in the New King James Version. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they recited their ancestry by families, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of the names from 20 years and above, each one individually, man, because it's about the father. It is not about the mother.
That's
we only got our patriarchs. We only got one aunt to my patriarch, bro, from my forefather Yasha Israel, Jacob, and that was Dinah. We don't even know if she had no kids. We don't care. We know that she got raped by them Hamites because he was all on her. And then what? Our two forefathers, Simeon and Levi, destroyed them motherfuckers, bro. And it was really the Lord's anger, because the Lord ain't want that confusion. You got it, brother.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, if you know, if you do like a little sample and you make like a family tree, you start making like a family tree, and you start saying, okay, these are the men we want to trace, the 12 patriarchs, and then you put, you know, thousands of kids, male and female, male and female. If you follow, and then you end up, let's say, 100 generations under. Let's just pretend that we knew the, you know, where everybody's coming from, you know, the records. You would always trace back to the father if you go according to the father's lineage. But if you go to the mother, you will never get back to the 12 patriarchs ever, bro. Like, I did an experiment, like a little one, to try to match both of them. But yeah, if you trace with the female, the way the Jewish people do it, you will never go back to the patriarchs, man, because those women that they so called are the Jewish women, they come from other tribes and other men that are not of Israel. You see, so it's like you're never gonna get back to the 12 patriarchs, even if you did have the records.
Yeah, and our forefathers, they married women that weren't Israelites. Joseph had an Egyptian mother. Joseph had an Egyptian wife, right? Joseph's wife, she was an Egyptian. His sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, they got the blessing because of Joseph, not because of the woman. Solomon's son, Rehoboam, he had I think it was Rehoboam, Jeroboam. I always get them mixed up. I think it was Rehoboam's mother. She was a Japanese woman, what you call a Japanese woman today. She was an Ammonite. You know, Ruth was a Moabite, but Boaz was an Israelite. You see,
Gad and Asher too. What's in? Yeah,
from was it Rachel and Leah's handmaids, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even so come on, bro. What the fuck is you talking about, bro? It says this is from a JewishBoston.com. My wife isn't Jewish, but we are raising our children Jewishly. I've heard that Judaism is passed down through the mother traditionally. Where did that come from? Is it true? Does it matter? Mazel tov on a blessings of marriage and children. Not that long ago, there would have been simple answer to your question. Children are Jewish if born to a Jewish mother. Otherwise, a ritual of conversion is required. According to traditional Jewish law, a person's Jewish status is passed down through the mother. It is perhaps, it is perhaps worth noting that in biblical period, evidence points toward a custom of patrilineal descent. So that show you that these J's not even going off biblical views, where children receive their Israelite and tribal affiliation through their fathers. Patrilineal descent continues to be practiced of the community of the Karaite Jews, whose Jewish legal framework differs significantly from rabbinic law and practices. So that cut it right there. That's a cold cut, like a sandwich. You ain't really gotta go. You ain't really gotta go nowhere else. You ain't gotta go nowhere else, because right there it tell you. You know what I mean? These people don't go through biblical.
They're ignoring the scriptures.
Huh?
They just totally ignoring the scriptures.
Yeah, because they don't believe in the scriptures.
And Jake too. I'm sure you brothers have seen this. I've watched numerous videos where Jake would walk up to let's take Elder Manata Zakba from South Carolina. I've seen Jake's walk up to him, you know, kind of light skinned looking, and he would ask him, "What's your nationality? What's your race?" And Jake would respond, "Well, my mother is," you know, they'll say, "Well, my mother is," and he would go into explaining to him that it's not what your mother is, you are what your father is. And then he would explain how the man carries the seed and whatnot. So that's why Jake is so confused today. Part of why he's confused, because Jake thinks he thinks his mother produces the sex, but it's the man that carries the seed. And
all of that goes back to Queen of Heaven worship, women worship, vagina worship. That's all that shit is.
That's all it is.
That's why they make a big deal about Yahawadah mom, Mary. Yeah, they go. It's all about having women. It's not about the word of the Heavenly Father. See these people. These people, they ignore that.
Totally.
You You know, it's about them. It's about the women worship and shit. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 34, verse 31. And yea, my flock, the flock of my pasture are men. I am your God, saith
That's right.
the Lord Yahweh. Right? In a you are my people.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just looking for it in different. It says mankind, because you can use mankind to throw women up in it. Right here in the LSB, it says, as for you, my sheep, the sheep of my pasture, you are men.
Woo,
You are men, and I am your God, declares the Lord Yahweh. It says Yahweh, but his name is Yahweh.
That's right.
That's a cold cut. That's a cold cut. This is the book of Exodus 3 and 15 in the NIV. The Most High also said to Moses, say to the Israelite, the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my name forever, the name you shall call me from generation to generation. So that shows you that we got the name of the Heavenly Father, which is Yahweh. And even in the NLT, the New Living Translation says, God also said to Moses, says this to the people of Israel, Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, that's our forefather, the God of Isaac, our forefather, the God of Jacob, our forefather, had sent me to you. This is my name to remember for all generations. So for these guys that say that we don't have the name of the Heavenly Father or his Son, you're lying.
They don't have it.
Yeah, they ain't got it.
We got it.
We got it. Proverbs 8 and 4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men.
Ooh, that's
not
cut.
the daughters.
That's
not
cut.
the daughters. That was like a machete shot.
Drop the mic.
Yeah, we could just cut it off right there.
Wrap it up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
With this small hat, this derby hat wearing Edomite saying he's off, man. Niggas lying. This nigga's lying.
He's lying. They make it up.
Yeah, they just pull it out their ass, and then people believe it because you actually believe that these people are an authority. They are not the authority. We are the authority. Starting with the apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone. We the authority. You got something, Khan?
No, I'm just trying to make an illustration real quick to show you what I was telling you.
Khan, Ariel, go to Revelation 21 and 3.
Khan. Revelation 21. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be in power.
We live in a world where if you put men on a pedestal, it's oh my God, patrilineal, because we live in a feminist world. This is a gynocentric society, right? So they attack the men. That's why the men don't get no reverence down here.
Yeah.
The fathers don't get no reverence down here. It don't matter how good of or bad of a father you are, you don't get no respect, nothing down here. But let the mother come, and she can be a demon. She can be good to her children. She get all the praise in the world. You know what I'm saying? But the man don't get nothing.
Don't get none.
Just like the Heavenly Father don't get his shine. That's why he's sending his son. He gonna get his shine. His name gonna ring bells one more again in the earth, but this time for eternity, man. Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai. And he elect men. This ain't about the woman. Ain't no what woman you know is dedicated to the Lord, for real, none. Soon as the first sign of confusion and frustration happen, she's out of there. You know what I mean? Discomfort, she's out of there, bro. Ain't no woman standing tall for Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai. None.
Right.
None.
We stand outside for hours, bro. For hours, and don't let us go travel, because them brothers hold camp for like 3 and 4 hours, bro, in the cold or in the hot heat.
That's the spirit.
You know what I'm saying? We do it. Let a woman do it. Let a woman try it, man.
Yeah.
Look, it's straight confusion. What's that say, brother? What does that say up there? The pink one?
Well, I was gonna write patriarch, but I mean, it's kind of hard to do it in this laptop. But you see what I'm trying to illustrate? Like, you got the patriarch at the top, so that's one of the 12 tribes. You know, let's say it's Judah. So we're trying to find the lineage back to that man, right?
Right.
That's where the Jews come from. So if they say they do it according to the right illustration, look, they'll pass right next to Judah and keep on going somewhere else to another place.
Yeah.
Because the according to the matriarchal lineage, it goes through the mother, so they will skip right over Judah and all his brothers and keep on going to somewhere else.
Yeah,
But if you trace it towards the men, look, the man goes directly to the father.
Which one is the men?
The one on the left.
Oh, the blue?
Yeah.
God. Yeah, they go straight to the fathers and straight to the men. No skipping. Even if he had a daughter, let's say he had a daughter, it would go right back to him. But with the mother, you got to go through her family, her father, her mother, then her mother's mother and mother. Come on, she could have been
everywhere. Confusion.
Yeah. Straight confusion, bro. Straight confusion.
Yeah. I was at work one night. I was working one night, and there's this female chick that worked there. She's young and dumb at times. So she was telling me this story. She lives all the way in Makaha, right? She was telling me this story. She was driving home from work, and she saw a guy broke down on the side of the road, and she stopped to help him. And I told her, I said, you know, that's not a. She was saying it like she was smart, like she was doing something good. I said, you know, that's not a good idea for you to do something like that. I said, because for one, you're a woman, you're a female. You don't know what kind of guy that is. He could have been a serial killer or something, and just broke down the side of the road. I said, you should have just kept on going. Wave at that motherfucker if you want, but don't stop and try to help him. And you know what she says? She says, oh, you're being chauvinistic. I said, no, that's common sense. You're a woman, a young woman, and he's a man. And you know what she told me? She said when she stopped, and got out of her truck and asked him, do you need any help? She said that motherfucker cursed her out.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, that's what you get. That's why you shouldn't, if you're a woman and she by herself. I said, you by yourself. You don't stop and pull over to help some man. I said, if he broke down, let him be broke down. I said, when you go home to your husband, you tell him what you did and see, and his reaction going to be similar to mine. That's unsafe.
What the hell is safe. Well, get Job 39:17.
Khan.
The brother Kahan getting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking to myself. You silly ass bro, you wind up getting snatched up and come up missing. Talking about, and she goes, I could fight. I said, listen, it ain't about you knowing how to fight. Because even if you know how to fight, a man will kick your ass. You small, you're a female, you can't win. You know? Go ahead and read. But that's that feminism they pushing out here. You know, that you can do anything.
Go ahead and read, brother.
This is the book of Job 39:17. It says, because the Most High has deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he impaired to her understanding.
Now, neither have he imparted.
Neither has he imparted to her understanding.
Now go to the interliner and look up the word for wisdom and understanding. Wisdom first, then understanding. Wisdom in the Hebrew is hakama. Hakama. Right? Wisdom. Read it.
Oh, beautiful.
There's wisdom, skill in war, wisdom in administration, shrewdness, wisdom.
Yeah, that's what the brother Ariel was speaking about, being shrewd. Yeah, wisdom. Women don't have that. They don't have ethical and religious wisdom. They don't have wisdom in administration. They don't have shrewdness. They don't have prudence in religious affairs. they're not giving that. Even tell you right there, wisdom, skillful man, wits.
Yeah.
Men will go out of their mind for a woman. They'll go out their wits for a woman. But these are not things that are given to a woman.
That's right.
It says right here, in good sense, wisdom and good sense, and that wasn't good sense that old girl was using. Now go to understand.
All. Talking about I can fight. I was looking at how
I'm not skilled in war. I'm not skilled in war. Yeah.
I was thinking in my head, you stupid.
I've been to war with women, bro. The Hebrew word there for understanding is bayana. 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 Go ahead.
And it says understanding, discernment, act, faculty, object, personified.
Right. So these women don't have. Oh, go ahead. You got it.
It says understanding, knowledge, meaning, perfectly understanding, wisdom.
And you're not gonna get that from no woman.
Ain't gonna get it.
You're not gonna get no discernment, because like the brother was being discerning. Like, look, I'm not gonna. Now, as men, we have that discretion. If the spirit jump on us to help a homeless person, we check him out. We check the spirit out. We know if he try to buck up on us, we're gonna break him off.
That's right.
But that the spirit got to jump on us to do that. The woman, she's all over the place. It's crazy because I saw a video today that kind of made me smile a little bit. This Jake woman, I was like, not claimed her. I claimed her, but she did something nice for this homeless man. He was sick. He needed his medication. So she went to the pharmacy and got his medication. She gave him some bread, and she got him a hotel room for the night. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, that was nice of her. That was benevolent of her.
Oh yeah.
It was the smartest thing, but you could tell Jake was sick. So the Lord blessed him that day, because that came from the Lord.
Yeah.
She could have just gave him some money. He could have went and got high or whatever. But she probably gonna do that with the bread anyway. But at least he got his medication so he don't drop dead on the street.
Yeah.
And he got a warm bed. He could wash his ass. Hotel room. He had a hotel room. He could take a shower. He got to leave by 11 tomorrow, but the Lord showed him mercy that day. And that's how I claimed the old girl. And I was like, yeah, I hope she one of mine when this thing go down, man. Had the Lord had me remember it. Yeah, man. So this lesson, I wanted to do a lesson on something else, but this is where the spirit led. The why YAHAWADAH shine.
That was good.
Line comes from the Father, man.
That's right.
It's a good video. Brothers should check it out. You definitely should check this video from the Bishop Elder. His page is GMS ISAL 144. I'll post the link. I'm gonna post the link on the chat right here. I'll post the link right here on the chat. Brothers can go check that out. You should go check that video out, man. It's a good video. It show you how this man is there's no place for us. And I guess I'll do this lesson after this is over, because I need to do more lessons anyway. So
I got a precept on that.
Bring it out.
I got a quick precept. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 4. In whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. And we know who the God of this world is, Job 9:24, the wicked one, Esau, Edom. And he pushes this stuff. He pushes women in leadership roles and things of that nature. He don't push no men. That's why we have what's that chick name? Kamala Harris, the vice president, right? That's why we have a woman vice president, because he pushes that women are better than men, but they're not.
Yeah, like even Joe Biden's he put them Supreme Court women. Yeah. There was a bunch of nigger women. Well, it's one nigger woman now. You know what I'm saying? But she married to an Edomite man. Kamala Harris married to an Edomite man. AOC married to an Edomite man. That Hamite Muslim bitch married to an Edomite man. But then out of all their mouths, they'll say that the most terrible thing that's going for America right now is white men, white extremist men. But these are the married white men.
Yeah.
See, they're the men's. And really, Kamala Harris, she used to deal with Montel Williams. He was a talk show host, bald-headed nigga from back in the day. Talk show host. He was banging that falling back. But then her political career to get higher, she had to get what Esau, man. Some effeminate Edomite. You know what I mean?
No,
and that's because it's the white man that run this world, man.
Yeah,
The wicked, he the deceiver. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
Yeah.
So if you don't get this truth, it's because the gospel is hid unto you, man. You know? To them that are lost, man. You know?
Yep.
And so with that, we'll give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh. By Hashem, say double honor to the apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone. Citation to the elect. Keep pushing, keep striving. We almost out of here. Shalom.
Hey, shalom.
Shalom.